You look amazing.
Thank you. Wow, you look fantastic. Thank you. Wow. What a nice reception. Thank you very much.
I'm so excited you're here.
Oh, thank you
Huge
so
fan.
much. So nice to be here.
Yeah, well, welcome back. And,
Well, thank you very much.
And this past Saturday,
Yes.
you hosted Saturday Night Live for the third
I did.
time. But I'm curious because everybody who said they hosted it said it's so stressful and it's really hard. Does it get any easier since you've been there 3 times?
No. It doesn't. I mean, except to say that I do know the routine, and I have gone into this as host, having been on the show. I mean, it was a long time ago. It was in the 80s. I was on it for 3 years, but I knew what I was getting into. It's very intense, and it's sort of like getting on a treadmill that's already at a sprinting pace, and you're just sprinting from the get-go.
Can I ask about the monologue? At what point do you kind of catch your breath and you're like, all right, I'm slowing down? You know what? I just feel like that monologue, I'd be like, ah!
You never catch your breath. You have no idea. It is, I have to say, if you didn't see it in the episode, I was in the cold open. And so, which is sort of unusual to do the cold open and then to have to go in the monologue. And I was dressed as Elaine Bennis from Seinfeld in the cold open. And so, but the thing is that I had on my monologue dress underneath my Elaine clothes, and also my own hair was inside. That wasn't even my own hair. I was wearing a wig on top of my own hair. So we had 1:20 to get out of that whole contraption, including the wig, get the hair all, you know, and then go on stage as if, you know, everything's cool, man.
You got it.
But those are the
there
things.
it is.
Yeah, there's a picture of it. Yeah,
but those are the things. That's the stuff that no one really sees, and everyone loved though that you teamed up with Larry David.
Yeah,
and
sure.
what was that like doing this with Larry?
Well, it was so much fun because it was just incredible. We looked at each other, we started laughing because Larry was there my 3rd year on the show. He was there for a year, and we were there together, and that was in 1984, 85. So the fact of us being back there, you know, I mean, how many years ago is that? That's like a gazillion years ago. Back there together was just, you know, who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it?
But you know what? We're glad you both made it back. The show is great. I mean, you're great at hosting and doing that. And
Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break. We come back. We're going to talk about your hidden talent. So we'll be right back with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, everybody. We are back with Julia Louis-Dreyfus, star of Veep. And I hear that you have an incredible skill as a quilter, and I'm waiting for my blanket.
Okay, first of all, no, I don't quilt. I don't quilt. I knit.
Knit?
Is that what you mean?
Well, you can knit me a blanket.
Okay, well, anyway, that card says you're skilled in the kitchen. Oh! But I'm not. That's the other thing.
Cuisine art.
Cuisine art.
Yes, you're quite the babe.
It's been a long day.
It's going very, very well.
Tell us about these
very well.
Kitchen.
God, I love this right
You know
now.
what? I really, it turns out I don't really have any. I recently came to a conclusion, which is I hate to cook. My whole life, right?
Yeah.
It is so dull. I like to eat.
Yes.
Yeah, but the cooking thing, except for baking, and I am in fact a good baker. Why are you going like this?
But bacon is cooking.
No, it's not.
No, that's like eating something you shouldn't be eating, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm going to get at this.
What are you good at baking? What are your best baked products?
I have a great key lime pie recipe. Right. Doesn't it make your mouth water just thinking about it? And it's my son every year for his birthday. That's what he asks for instead of a cake. I make him a key lime pie. But you know, lemon squares, orange cake. I got it covered. But if you want, like, you know, chicken parmesan, you'll have to go out to dinner because I'm not.
and a quilt. You'll have to go purchase one in a
You're going to have to go to Bed Bath & Beyond and get your quilt there.
Or Cuisine Art.
I just think you can do anything. That's how I feel about you.
Nice. Oh, that's a good, smooth cover. Very good.
But you always do interesting vacations, though. That's one thing I do know.
Yes.
Now, have you gone anywhere interesting lately? Or?
Yes. Recently, we went fairly recently, we went to the Grand Canyon, which was incredibly cool. I recommend it for those of you. Yeah.
So cute.
We were... I look like oh yeah, that's my husband Brad. And we river rafted down the Grand Canyon for about a week, and it was pretty intense, I have to say. I mean, you know, it was camping on the side of the river, but it was unbelievable to be in that environment and to see that natural world. It's just
camping,
breathtaking.
do you do glamping or really camping?
Well, I prefer glamping and five-star hotels,
right.
you know, let's face it. But under these circumstances, it was pretty much camping, and it was, yeah, but it was lovely. I mean, it really was. It was a very nice time with our whole family.
And whitewater rafting is scary, though.
Yes.
That can be pretty scary.
Yeah, it was a little bit scary. In fact, we had this one thing that happened. Because, you know, we were all actually rafting. We had you'd have a guide who was like steering the thing and go paddle right, you know, blah, blah, blah. But we went over this one really big set of rapids, and as we were going, and we got through it, and then we were all going, you know, you would put your paddles up, and we go, woo-hoo-hoo, and we look around, and our guide is not in the boat.
As a joke?
Well, I'm like, where's Nate? And we were like, oh my God, where's Nate? And I'm looking, and I mean, my heart was racing, and we're looking around, and I don't see anybody in the water. It was really terrifying. He had jumped overboard, and he was hanging on to the underside of the boat like this as a joke. I mean, I almost just whacked him.
Hit him with the paddle. There you go.
So scary. It is.
Yeah.
We got to take one more break. When we come back, we're going to talk about President Selena Meyer. Love this show, Beat. We'll be right back with Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Monday on Live from Pretty Little Liars.
Season already. This season,
that's right.
Does it feel like that, or does it feel like you just started?
It actually does feel like we just started,
really?
but in a weird way it does. It's a whirlwind making this show, but it's so much fun. You've no idea what a good time we have.
Nice to hear.
Yeah, it's true. It actually is. Very excited about this upcoming season, in which that begins, the first episode of season 5 begins about 7 hours after the last episode of season 4. So it's fun.
Where the election was tied. Never happened before.
Right. Well, actually, it did happen to, like, I think, Hamilton, I think. Or, no, not Hamilton. That's the musical, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it did happen about, you know, 200-something years ago. But, I mean, it's been a while. So, and now we've got, you know, it's sort of extraordinary what we're going into this season, and then the current political landscape. It's like mind-blowing how it's all sort of lining up.
Well, being that you are the president in some way, shape, or form, do you have any advice for the candidates now who are running for president?
Please have some. Please have some.
Be nice.
Yes.
That's my advice. My other advice would be don't take any advice from Selena Meyer. If Selena Meyer tells you what to do, do the opposite.
All right.
Or you make lemonade.
Well, thank you, my lady. Thank you. The season 5 of Beat premieres on Sunday at 10:30 p.m. on HBO. Make sure you check it out. Great show, everybody. Julia Louis-Dreyfus.
Coming up next, a look at the latest health apps and gadgets.